Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Daly and I'm working on a van conversion of a Ford Transit. So last week in part 4 you saw how I worked on and repaired holes in the floor of my van. Looks great now guys. This week I'm going to be looking at putting up the sound barrier. So I will leave a link below on the products that I used. I have a little helper that comes along, my little niece Riley, who stepped in to help me out, and she was really fantastic. You'll see more of her later in the video. So at the very end of the video today, I bring you with me to Doolin as I practice driving the van, and I get to share with you some of the beautiful scenery. Alright, let's get into it guys. Hi everyone, so we're back to part 5, I believe. Yeah, it should be part 5. If it's not, I'll write it up somewhere around there. The correct number, but I think it's part 5. So today I'm looking at putting up the sound barrier on the van, and I'll give you a look. I'll also include all the links for the sound barrier material that I purchased online. I couldn't get enough in one batch, so I ended up getting a big batch, and then I supplemented with a smaller box of the material. I really wanted to go with sound barrier, like a lot of the sound barrier, because I'm such a light sleeper, and also the van was so noisy when I was driving it the first day that I was like, I'm actually going to put extra money into making sure that it has the sound barrier. But I'll include the links. Okay, I'll show you what I got. So I bought the all I could find was a steamroller. That was the only thing I could find that was actually like hard, firm. That helps when you're applying it and making sure that there are no big bubbles. So I went ahead and I bought a Stanley knife. As I said in a previous video, I don't really have very many tools. So hang on a minute, I think you have to like unscrew this. God above. It's probably got like some safety thing, or I need to buy the blade. Alright, anyway, I've got a scissors, which I just bought, and it has some rust on it. Okay. Oh, it's a box inside a box. Okay, let's keep cutting. All right, people, that is the sound barrier material. I've got a box over here as well, so that's the supplement smaller box I bought. I have a lot of sound barrier material, perhaps more than I needed. That's fine. I will make very good use of it all. Alright, I'm going to get started. I think I'm going to start with the wheel hubs, because they're the most awkward and fiddly, and I have more energy now. So I'm going to do it that way. Okay everyone, let's get going. How cute is that tiny little upside down Ford stamp? Anyway, got it covered. Next wheel, sound barrier coming up. So at this point, my little niece Riley came over to the van, and she was super curious about it and had a load of questions for me. So here you go. It's a little home.
Okay.
Then
I wish I could look at this one.
you can come in and have a big cup of tea, and you can hang out.
Live in it.
Oh no, I'd say you get bored of it very fast.
I'm going to live in a house where I get older and get dogs.
Yeah, houses are obviously way more comfortable. But at least with the van, you see, you can travel across to other countries.
Are you going to put like a heater in here and stuff?
Oh yeah, when you see it, it'll be like a little home, like an actual apartment home. Yeah, I'm going to like press on it really hard. kind of have to like see where it's kind of bubbly, and then you lean on it and you can flatten it a bit. Do it with 2 hands if you want. Yes, see? She's a right little worker.
How?
Yeah, okay. You did a good job. I think they're all going to go horse riding soon.
That cardboard at the back.
It's like protective paper so that the stickies doesn't start. Yeah, so this is a water vapor as well as soundproofing. But I have to get water vapor after the insulation for the floor and walls. But this is perfect for the wheels. Yeah, it is sticky, and that's what's going to keep it in place. I like it, that's sticky. I say I like it. I like it a lot, yeah.
Why do you need to make it all flat though?
What?
Why do you need to make it all flat like this?
So that the sticky adhesive side actually stays in place. Because you want it to stay in place when you put it on.
Okay.
Yeah, you really do, because then that protects your wheel, makes the sound less. Good job there. So this is pretty sharp stuff around the edge. After catching my finger, there's blood. I'm actually fine with blood. Yeah, I didn't bring any plasters though, so I'm gonna go get some tissue paper. Okay, now I'm going to work on above the cabby area. So before you stick the adhesive side of the sound barrier to any of the surfaces, you have to make sure that you have wiped away any kind of dust. Now, I already cleaned all the surfaces, knowing that I was going to be working on the sound barrier soon, but that's like a few days ago. Before I stick the adhesive, I'm going to clean each of the surface areas. Okay, let's do this. So the concept of a sound barrier is that sound moves through vibrations, waves. And so if you have something on a piece, well, if you've got metal with nothing on it, it's going to just move, and the waves, the pressure of wind on it will move it, and that will create the wave movement, which creates the sound. So if you're using a sound barrier, which is firm and thick, and the way in which it absorbs even the movement of the metal becomes absorbed into it. You've got your rubber bit, and then with the metal that prevents the wave from continuing, and it stops the sound. Yeah, so this actually already has sound barrier on it, just like on the side here there are 2 sound barrier panels. You can feel it when you touch them. So what I've done up top there is I'm just simply adding to that, and I'm actually going to put a few little pieces across here as well. This will actually be, I'm going to put down a tiny bit of insulation, and I'll put, most likely it'll be kind of that car carpet material, so it won't be the metal like it is now, but I'm going to put sound barrier onto it anyway. Okay, just a few pieces. So I'm finished with above the cabbie head. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's in any way sophisticatedly finished, but I assure you it will do its job. And this is so minor, it may or may not help, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, so I have just put some sound barrier in the upper panels, so I'm going to continue with that, and I'm also going to work on the roof. Okay, if I can give some advice about putting up the sound barrier, two things. So when you're working with these parts of the metal, this edgy bit, you can get cut, 100%. I just felt it there where I almost got a bit, because I was already cut today. Oh baby. I don't want to get cut again, so I'm being careful. And in addition, when you're putting it up, you can also still get cut by the metal edging around the sides of the sound barrier. So if you've got a pair of gloves that you're okay with working with a pair of gloves, I just didn't want the constant adhesive stickiness on it and that, and so on and so forth. Yeah, I'd say wear a pair of gloves if you're minding your fingers, minding your hands. Mine are already a little bit rough from my previous days of working, so I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, be extra careful, guys. Be extra careful. My poor finger. Oh, baby. Little baby. Fear not, everyone. Riley soon came to the rescue with a lovely unicorn plaster, which was really sweet. She'd just been out horse riding with her dad and her mom, and she came back, and I really liked my unicorn plaster actually. I think I wore it for like 24 hours, possibly more, because it was kind of cool. Anyway, Riley did come back to help, and after she did the wheel, she got on to helping at the walls as well. Let's keep going. Okay, so I've just realized that I have an appointment I have to get to. I'm going to share with you everything that I got done so far. Sorry, that I completed so far today. Yeah, I'll flip the camera around and show you guys. So I've taken the van out for another drive, and she drives really well. Pretty happy, but I wanted to show you guys where I am and the incredible, beautiful scenery. So today is a particularly clear day, and on the west coast of Ireland, where I'm from, on clear days you can see all the way to the Aran Islands. I'm at the Doolin pier. You can see all the way over to the Aran Islands, but you can also see all the way over to where the Cliffs Moher is. So the castle, well, we say castle, it's the tower on the head of the Cliffs of Moher. So I'm going to bring you to see that. Oh man, and sitting high up on the van with the view as you come down. I'm really happy. I'm really happy I got the van. Alright, let me flip the camera around so you can see. So over there, that's where the tower of Cliffs of Moher is. And these cliffs are the ones that come round to Doolin, which is where I am now. That little tiny island is called Crab Island. Sometimes surfers surf off the looking at the other surf off that little set of waves that you can see around them today. And then in the very, very, very further distance over there, those are the Aran Islands. So I'm back in the van and sat watching the ocean for a good 20 minutes. I'm just like, yeah, I can get used to van life. Now when it's raining it's a different story, but on days like this in Ireland, you don't need to go anywhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna I'll head on back and park up the van. Sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth. I'll park up the van and then I am going to go home. So yeah, just wanted to share this really incredible scenery and such a beautiful, clear, crystal clear day here in the west of Ireland. Alright guys. So guys, that's it for this week. Remember to hit the old subscribe and the like button. Next week in part 6, I cut a few holes into my roof for a fan and a roof light, aka skylight in Ireland. See you then. Bye for now.